All right, Jedi. Damn, fuck.
Where the fuck is he then?
This is his server. Live stream started.
Cool, excellent. So what we're waiting for is some guy to come and debate us. That'd be awesome. No problem with that. Waiting. I'm gonna send him a message. Bev, can you put the in like the live stream or something?
You want the invite for this place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Live stream, voice text one.
God, this guy doesn't pay attention, does he? Da-dum. Where is he then? he's just sent me a load of abuse,
Yeah.
telling me that I'm a coward. I'm sitting here waiting for him. Pay attention, Jones.
Have you noticed he keeps calling you Nate?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you know who he thinks you are, don't you?
Yeah.
Like the scalp he thinks he's getting here.
Yeah.
Get in the room! Just get in the room, man! Get in the room! Are you in the
room? Are we on the wrong server here? What's up?
Yeah, is he then?
Yeah, right.
What is he checking like? He's not in the room. Chris, get in the room! Fuck, man.
We're coming over here to bully him or something. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
He just wants members in the server, man. As soon as this is done, I'll be leaving it again.
Yeah. He trolled us, man. He trolled us.
No. I've been on here and had a debate with not a debate, a chat with Cosmo. This is really set up as a medium ground fight. The Flat Earth's been over here as well, chatting in the chat. This is a sort of a mid-ground. Well, sort of like imagine the worst of the worst, and then imagine the worst of them people. Well, that's these sort of people here that we're dealing with. Twitter trolls. They wouldn't survive on Discord just because they've got no argument other than insults.
You know what's funny, man? Mr. Bruh's here. What the fuck? That's pretty cool. You must be a flat earther by now, bro. Goodness, man.
Nah.
You came with the pack, dude. I like that, man. I'll give you brownie points. Let's see. I'll set you up with a decent like space turtle.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
he's here. Hi, Flappy. Finally, you turned up to your own house.
Okay, don't interrupt anyone. Mute yourself.
Can't you get your microphone to work in your own Discord server, Play? Come on, you've accused me of being a pussy and a coward. So we're all here in your server under your terms.
In your room. Get in the room.
In your room.
He'll be sorting his.
So why aren't you guys talking? Now you're in my room. Now you want to be quiet.
No, you said you wanted a one-on-one debate. You said you wanted a one-on-one debate. So here we are. Here I am.
Okay, so now there's a problem with the sound in this room. Hold on.
Oh, now there's a problem with the sound in this. No, it's a shame.
All right, mic check. I think I fixed it. There we go. All right, so here's the deal. Actually, hold on. Let me record this too.
Have you not got a better mic?
No mute button and no kicking out tricks.
The sound quality sounds a bit bad from your mic.
So what?
Can't hear you, you idiot.
That's your problem.
No, oh, okay. If you can't be heard. But anyway, go on.
He'll be doing his intro.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
He's going live.
Oh,
He'll have to send out his invites at Fight the Flat Earth and all of that sort of live streaming. Oh no, I don't know whether he live streams or he just records. You can get the footage from mine though.
yeah.
Have you sorted a topic in general, Jedi, or are you just sort of?
No, he,
I got you guys.
oh, okay, wonderful. He just said he wanted the one-on-one debate. He's
Hey, the rest of you guys that are in here, I don't even care. I really don't even care who's in here because you guys are so wrong. It's ridiculous.
You're the one who said that you wanted debate. You challenged me. Here we are.
And now we're about to start.
Let's go then. What
So
do you want
first
to
things
talk about?
first, I'm going to mute you when you bullshit talk. I want only answers to the questions, and I will give you only answers to the questions.
And are you going to decide what is bullshit or not?
Unfortunately, because you do so much of it, I will. But I will give you some leeway. After the couple or 3 times of bullshit talk, that's when I'm going to have to start muting you. But I'm going to let you know before I do.
Okay, but when you do that, you're going to have to provide evidence that it's bullshit and not just your thoughts and feelings that it's bullshit.
Yeah, here's the thing about that. That's part of your bullshit game. You don't know the difference between evidence and opinion, apparently.
All right,
And
so
we're
let's
gonna
just
settle
start
that
this
right
debate then, because I don't care. So what do you want to talk about? Let's go. Let's do this.
When we last discussed, you were acknowledging, or someone was acknowledging, that balloons at high altitudes pop because there's not enough atmosphere up there. Because of that, the question before I got kicked out was, if there's no atmosphere high up, right, how can you then say that the Earth is not surrounded by a vacuum? Speak.
Can you prove to me there's a vacuum?
Yeah, we'll review it. Apparently, you must have forgot the last time. Fill up a helium balloon, let it go up high. Okay.
Okay.
Eventually, it pops, and as you admitted, it pops because there's no atmosphere surrounding it.
No, that's not true.
Yes, that's
It's
definitely true.
It's a lower. Hold on. It's a lower gas pressure.
Hold on. You have that is evidence. That is
No,
evidence.
it's a lower gas pressure. You demonstrated. Hold on.
Pressure. So listen, low pressure is by definition a lack of atmosphere. That is the same thing.
Okay.
Both of them refer to the amount of atoms in a volume. So when you say to me that it's low gas pressure, you're saying that there's not really that many atoms, relatively speaking, in that volume.
Okay. Pardon? Did you say volume?
No, don't try to change the conversation to me saying volume. The conversation is about the lack of pressure.
Yeah.
Okay?
So what is volume when we're dealing with gas pressure?
I'm not going to go into another discussion. You're going to finish the discussion we are having, which is that the balloon pops because there is not enough atoms or gas pressure or atmosphere surrounding it.
I've answered it. There's not enough gas pressure. It is a lower gas pressure.
Yeah,
You're asserting.
What is gas
You're not
pressure?
listening. You're
Yes,
not
we
listening.
do.
What is gas pressure? Gas pressure is more commonly.
Gas pressure is the amount of atoms in a volume, and is really, relatively speaking, to surrounding areas. So when you say that there's a high amount of gas pressure, you're comparing it to another area that has lower pressure, and that's because there's more atoms in the area that has the high pressure than there are atoms that has the low pressure.
That's why I asked you to define volume, which has got everything to do with it, as you just pointed out.
The balloon pops is because its pressure is so high, relatively speaking. Those atoms are bouncing in that balloon so hard.
Yes, we agree.
There's not enough to counter that pressure on the balloon.
We agree.
trying to expand because the atoms
We
are
agree.
competing with that much force within the balloon, and they pop it.
We agree. We agree. I agreed with you 5
So
minutes
now,
ago.
when you say that there's no atmosphere high up, you're contradicting yourself.
No, because it's a lower gas pressure. You're trying to prove vacuum of space. That's why. Hold on. Can you give me 1 minute to respond and ask you the question?
Of pressure
Ask you the question.
in an
If
area.
you're not going to have a conversation with me, I'll just fuck off.
Because the area of space is
All
so
right.
vast.
All right.
Okay? So come on with it.
So that's why I asked you to define volume, because we're dealing with gas. Volume is how we define the area of gas contained. Now, if there's an uncontained volume of gas, it will disperse in all directions into the available volume of the vacuum of space. You've got uncontained volume of air pressure, which is a natural law violation and something that you can't demonstrate. All you've done is prove to me that we've got lower pressure up there. And what?
False. The reason why you are wrong is because you are assuming that there is an upper limit of some kind of container. You have also falsely assumed. Excuse me, I'm not done talking. I'm not
You're
done
wrong as
talking.
well, because you're making a straw man.
Okay?
You're making a straw man. Why do I have to pick apart the straw man at the end? It's a waste of fucking time. So see you later.
Beat it. So when there is
You
an
are a
assumption
fucking
made
cunt.
with
Fuck off, you fucking idiot.
when there is an assumption made with no evidence, you don't get to create an entire
I've literally just put this on you.
philosophy without that evidence. So
Somebody let me know when he's finished talking.
So when you make that assumption that there is some kind of top to the container of Earth, you're basing that assumption on nothing but the Bible or ancient relics. And that's not science. That's not being objective.
Straw man.
So
Straw
I'm going to talk
man.
for 30 seconds and I'm going
Straw
to release
man.
your mic and you can talk. So
Straw
what
man.
happens is that you are trying to postulate that there's a lower
Straw man.
pressure, low enough for the balloon to pop, coincidentally,
Straw
but
man.
not much lower. Not much lower for you to say that there's no
I know it's got
atmosphere.
me muted, they know.
So now it becomes a game of, well, how much pressure does it take to pop the balloon? Okay? See, we have to do all of this experimentation. And all of this experimentation to satisfy your idiot notion is time wasting. But that's fine. So we'll go ahead and find instances where people use balloons with very little volume of gas in them and then see what happens. Because you can't arbitrarily say that because something happened the way it did, that that's the boundary of what's possible. I'm releasing your mic.
Do I have to pick apart that entire straw man? It has fuck all relevance to anything. Can't be bothered, man.
So I suppose you have nothing to say then.
You're not saying anything.
You see what happens when you don't have domination over a room? You can't sit up here and force the person.
Can I answer? Can I answer? I did answer once. You obviously didn't hear me. I'll say it again.
That's because I muted you while I was talking. I told you if you're going to try to talk over me, I'm going to mute you.
Yeah, I know that. You said you unmuted me. Then I responded. Then you
No, you didn't. There was silence, and all I heard you say was...
Oh, for fuck's sake, shut up and I'll say it again then.
Now go ahead and try again.
Right, I'm not wasting my part. You're straw man. I agreed with you, and now you're just circle jerking back to the point. It's ridiculous. You can't demonstrate gas. Listen, you can't demonstrate gas pressure without a container. Simple. And until you can do that,
I just did.
I'm not talking to you.
The demonstration was the balloon popping. Your response to that is to imply that the top of the container of the Earth is above the balloon's altitude when it popped. That's bullshit.
No. What you've implied and proven to me that is a smaller gas pressure a gas pressure gradient. The necessary antecedent for gas pressure is the container. Your balloon popped because the atmosphere was less pressure than the inside of the helium balloon, so it was able to press outwards. When it broke the container, the helium inside dispersed into all directions and filled the available space. Now, you don't understand. It's not my fucking problem that you're a fucking idiot.
What you
The way I see it is if you blow a balloon up and keep blowing it up, it will pop. The reason for that pop will be because the inside pressure is too much for the surface of the balloon to contain.
Yeah, exactly. Still need a container, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Until the
okay?
container
So now
breaks.
you're muted again. So
Oh,
the
don't
thing
care.
about it is that you do not want to acknowledge. Yeah, he ran. There you go.
who do you think you're muting? You don't think you're actually muting people, are you?
You guys don't seem to recognize when people are talking not to interrupt. That's all you guys do. So I gave him 2 chances, and he couldn't seem to control himself, and that's why he ran. He ran like a bitch because that's what he is. He's a hoe. Oh, you're back? Them insults got you, didn't they?
No, I'm having trouble.
You can run in and out of the room, Nate.
I'm having
You
trouble.
can run in and out of the room as much as you want, but when I'm talking, you're muted.
If you
Yeah, that's bad, Jedi. That's bad. He's having problems, Flatty, as is a lot of people on Discord.
And the sarcasm means nothing. So
demonstrate
once
gas
again,
pressure without a container.
let's look at this real clearly. You got a balloon in a high atmosphere, okay, high altitude. It pops, okay? When it pops, we know that it's in an area that has very little gas around it. Okay, you can say gas pressure, air pressure, atmosphere, whatever the case may be. The fact of the matter is the amount of atoms in that part of the atmosphere is lower. And yes, there's a gradient. Of course there's a gradient. Obviously there's a gradient. The issue is that you are trying to say that there's a limit to where the gradient stops. It's like from 0 psi to 1 atmosphere, right? Whatever the psi here is on the surface. You're saying, no, it doesn't go all the way to 0. It just stops at some number not quite 0. And then there's this dome that somehow stops things from going further beyond. And that's bullshit. That's you simply reciting what you saw in the Bible or in ancient texts. And that's
In
not
fucking
science.
school. In school, it's simple stuff. You need a container for your balloon. You need gas. You need fucking containers for all types of gas. You can't just demonstrate one without a container. It's that fucking simple. Story time from a religious zealot. Demonstrate it. Show it then. Don't go, you're wrong.
And again,
He never,
for the
he
third
never will,
time,
because it would have
You're
been done
wrong.
already. He'll never show
Yeah.
that shit.
no, the thing about it is that you're
The thing
ignoring
about it is
the
he's right.
scale
He'll
of the
never
issue.
show that. You'll never demonstrate gas pressure without a container. Sorry, buddy. It would have happened already, and none of us would be talking about this crap. Your fake globe. So yeah, sorry, buddy. That
So here's the
destroys
issue.
your
You're asking for
argument
demonstrations of
We want you to demonstrate your claim.
events.
Yeah,
or
we want you to
phenomena
demonstrate
that
your
are
claim.
such of a large scale. that
Demonstrate
the
your
demonstration is
Demonstrate your claim.
the phenomenon itself.
Someone
The
tell him to
Earth
demonstrate
itself
his claim.
is the demonstration. And when people go high up, you say it's CGI, you say it's fake, you say it's on a set. So you ignore those demonstrations.
No, that's
Even when
not
the live stream.
scientific demonstration,
So
asshole.
that's
Just look
the
out for
boundary of your
outside. Is that what
dishonesty.
you're saying?
Everyone
Not
on the
the
live
scientific-
stream can hear you,
The thing
Jedi, so
that
just
is
carry
is
on.
proving the thing that is, right? That's what you're talking about?
Don't
Go outside
have
and it's
demonstration of gas pressure without a container, you absolute idiot. You are pointing at the sky and telling me because of your fundamentalist religious belief that it's a vacuum, even though vacuums don't exist in nature unless you make them with a container. You can't
And
have
you're wrong for the
unflexible.
third time because once again, I'm going to keep reminding you that when people go up into space,
Not
and they
science. Not science.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute you again. You wanna keep going?
You
No,
don't,
because
you
I want
don't
your
mute
science.
him.
Make their demonstrations. You call those demonstrations fraudulent.
Scientific
You have
demonstration.
a circular argument.
Scientific demonstration with an experiment.
Thousands of times in space, it has been
No,
done.
no, no, no.
There you go.
Idiot.
And then this
Idiot.
nonsense about fundamentalist religion. Listen, stop with the projection. You're not a psychologist.
Step 4 of the scientific method.
Trying to use people's rhetoric against them.
What's
okay?
step 4 of the scientific method?
So
What's step 4?
That's what you got is rhetoric.
There is no space.
You don't have any actual
You're using
empirical
the same
proof.
words. You
All
don't
you
know
have
what
is
rhetoric
rhetoric, my man.
You don't know what rhetoric is. You
Yeah, that's all you got. That's why you know what it is, right?
It's fraudulent.
That's why you know what it is, right?
You go up in space, you say it's fake.
Yeah, all right. You haven't proven that it's real. Sorry.
You got your proof. The people that go up in space and demonstrate it is the proof.
I got my proof. What's my proof? Go outside.
Yeah,
Are you
that's the
kidding
proof.
me?
Go outside because
My
how else
proof.
can you
Go
do
outside.
proof? How else can you
Right.
prove something in an environment if you don't go out and
All right,
prove it?
so I got that for you. The very fact when I go outside, the fact that I'm breathing, this proves
Yeah,
your
now
freaking
imagine
globe.
saying that
My
to a
glass
man
of
that says
water,
there's no air.
my glass of water
air.
disproves your
Prove that there's
ridiculous
air.
globe.
No,
Please,
watch.
bro.
I can use your own arguments against you. There's no air. I don't see it. Prove it.
It's pressing on me. I can physically
No,
manipulate
no,
it.
Something is
I
going
can put
into
it
my
in a
lungs.
container.
On my
That's
I can
the
physically
Every time I
manipulate
breathe,
it.
something goes
You
into
are
my
an
lungs.
absolute fucking retard.
That's what it is. Hey, but that's
Right.
how you guys argue.
Alright, let's have a scientific discussion, because I'm really pissed off.
Show me the
I want your-
atoms that make the air pressure. There you go.
Show me an atom.
Yeah, exactly.
Show me an atom.
Show me an atom. Show me an
Yeah,
atom.
show it,
or else your argument, your attempt at science is
What is
debunked
science?
by your own ignorance.
Show
What
me
is
a globe.
science?
Show
What
me
is
a
science?
globe.
The same
What
objective
Where we see a globe at?
is destroyed by your own ignorance.
What is science?
Your attempts to try to debunk is destroyed by your own ignorance. You can't sit up here on one hand and say, hey,
So
there's
it's
gas,
already
there's
debunked.
atoms of
He's talking
elements
too
of
fast.
around us, and
I
I
think
can't
he's
see
talking
it.
too fast.
When people try to go and show you, they try to show you.
I bet he's talking into a mirror.
And the only
He's
people
got
who have
camera on reverse.
because of
And he's
that
talking into his mirror because he loves the way he looks.
Everybody out of here. Everybody
Let's go.
out. Everybody,
Let's go.
everybody out now. Everyone.
giving you guys orders. Do
Chocolate.
Let's bounce.
Chocolate, everybody. Cyrus crew, we're out of here now, please.
It's all
Thank
right.
you.
I've got him.
Yeah, over here.
We're live
Stop.
streaming. I've got him on like 6% volume.
Bring him. Bring his ass over to our cave. Fuck
Okay,
this
okay.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wait here. And I'll tell him to come over or else.
I got you with your own hypocrisy. Run. You got, hey, go ahead, Bev. You want to hang out?
Well, no, I'm the last one here. I'm gonna like leave the invite open for you to come over. Flat Earth Discord if you want, mate.
Look here. The whole concept of space renders a globe Earth impossible.
That was too easy.
What?
The whole
You're not
concept
claiming
of space
victory
renders
there,
a
are you?
globe Earth
I am
impossible.
claiming victory because, again, when I brought up that the evidence is shown time and time again,
What evidence?
what did you guys do? You went into a circle like a bot. Talking to show me the evidence. Show me the evidence. I'm like, you've been showing the evidence.
We have. Was
I
that
can
is
show
that
you
your
the
answer then?
See, and there you go with that.
We've
Stop
been shown
asking me
it.
to repeat myself. You heard me the first time.
I can show you the
Real
evidence.
psychological bullshit tactics. What do you think you do? You think you work in some kind of black ops group where you can like question people and put them under a microscope and be like, so is that what you're saying? I already said what I needed to say. Okay? And I'm not even an aggressive type of a person, but I'm throwing your shit right back on you. You guys try to come in here being dominant and it don't work.
Trying to be dominant.
The most embarrassing part for the lot of you is that one guy that says, "Okay, everyone, out, let's go." Like, who the hell is he? You guys obey him? That's a pathetic.
He was the boss. Boss man.
Fuck him. He's
Well, I
not
can
the
show you
boss.
the evidence, dude.
You guys are basically
I'm a
subservient.
rebel.
You are subordinate to him. You subordinated yourselves to him, and he's a nobody. Screw him and screw you guys for lying.
I'm a rebel. I'm staying behind.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
please.
I'm
You
still
sit up
here, and I can prove to
you need
you.
someone to make you feel good.
I can show you the
go into
evidence,
splatter
man.
crap. And apparently you're a cat. You sit up here and you go with that cat crap, that white supremacist bullshit. Oh, it's not white supremacist.
Dude,
It's free speech.
your mic is terrible.
Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I always say, you guys go hand in hand.
I've got you at 6% volume, mate. Your mic is awful.
Turn the volume down.
All right, so Beans, this is a waste of time.
Oh, that sounds.
Why are you here? You ran once, run again.
No, because I want you in a one-on-one. Listen, I'll set down my fucking terms. I want you in a one-on-one debate with a moderator on the Flat Earth Initiative with rules that have been done many, many times. Me and you can have a one-on-one debate. There will be objections. When a person objects, you are given the floor for 45 seconds to make your point. You then can't make another objection for 3 minutes. Your point better be clear. You have to abide by the rules. If you can't do so, then you will be ejected. I'm very happy to have a debate with you, but I can't talk with you because you just talk and don't listen and make claims. I want you with cited references and evidence because I will be there anytime you want on the Flat Earth Initiative Friday night fights, but you can have them any day of the week. If you will be there, I will arrange it, not a problem at all. You can live stream. We will live stream, but I am literally throwing a glove on the floor and challenging you to a one-on-one debate. Now, who's going to be the pussy?
You're going to be the pussy because
Right, no, I will be there.
Excuse me, I'm not done talking. You see,
I will be there.
The problem. There it is right there. There it is right there. You see, you try to set all these rules and these boundaries, and you violate them so often. I listened to you enough times.
Are you going to be there?
You can't even uphold your own rules.
Are you going to be there?
In addition, I was already there. I already put it on YouTube. I debunked you. I debunked the whole
No.
lot of you. Okay?
I want you. I haven't even had a debate with you yet.
And here is why I would never come again under your
Run away.
rules because you violate
Run
them.
away.
Until
Run
you
away.
No, there's no running away. You can do
Yeah,
it
there is.
here. All that
You're not. No,
you can do it here.
no, because you can't chop
Because
up.
the cowardice is on your end. I already
No.
created your group.
I'm challenging you to a formal. I'm challenging you to a formal debate.
Ward 1 debunked is uploaded. You were defeated.
I doubt it. I want you in a formal debate. All of your listeners are going to want you to do this.
And if you
No,
want
it
another,
wasn't.
it's on my
No
channel.
moderator. No, I came here. Listen, listen. You came to our server. You were codded. I tried to talk to you. It's hard to have a conversation. You challenged me. I was here within 5 seconds, even though you were too retarded to look in your own server and see if I turned up. Now, listen to this. I want a formal debate. We can both live stream it. There will be a moderator, so we will have to abide by the rules, but ultimately it's for the viewers to decide who's better in the argument and who has the more evidence, shall we say. So if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But I'm saying quite clearly, I do want to debate you, but you don't shut up. And I want you to. And I will as well.
Sounds very fair, Jedi.
Yeah.
What say you, Flatty?
Man's not going to do it.
This is being live
Anytime.
streamed, so
Yeah, exactly. And that's the main reason for it, because it's this guy's pissing me off.
Yeah.
He's categorically wrong. He's not even arguing from the globe side arguments. It's ridiculous. It's his own thoughts and feelings, and yet we're denying science, and he hasn't even clarified his understanding of what it is. He thinks listening to stories about going to space is a good thing. He thinks that's verifiable by him because he can watch it on TV,
is
right?
he gone? Ah,
Yeah. That's a shame.
yeah.
But yeah, but if you see him around,
Yeah,
I
yeah. I like him out
reminding
here
him.
for a little bit, just live streaming.
Yeah.
I'd like to know his response since he's
Yeah,
he's been
cool,
asked.
but-
So I'll try and get
Yeah,
that for you.
absolutely. And the offer is no
Yeah,
time
that
limit.
was another thing. Moderator wise,
Doc Science.
yeah, Doc Science is the moderator, the only moderator. Yes.
Yeah, if you
Fair
want,
enough.
if he wants to look at Friday Night Fights, he's got Doc Science's channel.
Is he allowed?
Channel. He can
is
look
he
at the
allowed to
rules.
bring a friend?
He can bring anybody. He can have
Yeah.
a fucking panel of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it can
That-
either be
that
me and him,
sounds very fair.
or me and him and a friend.
Yeah. Okay.
No
one,
worries.
one friend. He can bring a few to listen, no doubt, but like
Oh, of
another
course,
one to
yeah.
help him.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Yeah, no
sweet.
problem. Doesn't have to be on his own. Don't mind that. Just want him to shut up and then
Sounds
prove
like
what he's
fair
fucking
rules.
saying. Yeah, no problem. All right, and guys, I'm going to jump up. But yeah, that was fun. Cheers, bro.
See you later. Let's have a look on Twitter, see if we can find him on Twitter. Know how soon he's posted. Oh, there you go. Hey.
All right, gentlemen, apologies for that. I had somehow lost my connection.
Oh, you're back again.
Oh, I'm never leaving.
Right. So when
Okay.
did you hear? How much did you hear?
Oh, he was trying to set a debate up, and I told him, and I don't know if you guys heard me, but the reason why I won't go back in under his terms is because he violates them all the time.
They're not
Right,
his
we'll do it
terms.
in the ice wall. We'll do it in the ice wall, mate. I'm moderator in that server. You can pick the mod over there.
No, we
That's
can do it
that's
here.
it's a neutral server, mate.
Guys.
It's just so you can mute people, bro. That's all you want to do. You just rant and mute people. That's all you do, bud.
That's
So
what
then-
you guys do. That's what you guys do.
well, mate.
Get
Do it
outside,
in that,
just
bro.
turn back on, you
Bro.
guys get
So
out.
no, so we do it in the ice wall, mate. It's a different server,
This is how it feels when you guys do it. Now you
mate.
get-
I don't give a fuck. He's offered you a debate,
No, I've offered him the debate.
right?
He
And you
turned
just
it
mute
into
him.
his own, and I've rejected his counter.
So why not just go to a different server? It's neutral ground.
No, it's not neutral ground. Get
It's
out
a
of here
different
with that.
fucking server, man.
I don't care. No one cares about the server. Who cares
Well, it's
about
your-
where the server is? It doesn't matter.
It does. It does, because you don't listen. You just talk over people, mate. You're doing it just now. You just talk over people. You don't listen.
Right now. You can't even listen.
But you're not. It's you fucking. You started speaking over me, man.
Go ahead and take the floor and talk for 5 minutes.
Bro, I only fucking
Panto,
tried to speak to
Panto.
you. You
That's what I
started
say.
speaking over me. Ken?
But even the 24/7 chat still, so they can hear you in there speaking from in here. It's kind of weird.
Oh,
The
it's because
fuck?
I'm connected.
You're on two things. That's mad.
Just whatever.
Right, so Flatty, do you want a debate with Jedi on neutral ground, the Ice Wall server, or I'm sure even they would do it in Karen's Flat Earth reality server with a neutral fucking moderator, and then nobody can mute or speak over anybody, and it's structured and it's fucking.
Doc Science is
yeah.
neutral, guys. There's no wrong with Doc Science.
Ah, but he's crying about having it in 24/7. So Ice Wall's a neutral server. That's a conspiracy server. They deal with everything. So they'd be happy to have a debate there. I know they would be.
Okay, so here's the deal with that. I don't know who that person is. I don't know who that server is. I don't know anything about them. Okay, I'm not a Discord junkie like you guys are. Okay, now, what I do notice is that I went to you guys' server 3 times, okay? And 2 of
And
those
you got
times I
muted.
debunked you guys, and
You
one of
never.
those times we had so much crosstalk that we couldn't even get a debate. Now,
That was you.
here we are. Hold on. Here we are in this server on my channel, and you guys, or at least Nate, or whatever the hell that guy's name is, he
Jedi.
got to make his point.
Effie
All he
Jedi.
did was continue to make the
Take it
same
right there.
point over and over and over, and then he asked for evidence. And when I explained that he has the evidence, he ignored that.
What was your evidence?
The evidence is the people who have already gone up there.
Testimonies.
No.
Cla-
Okay.
reclaiming
so let's try this
authority.
again. Let's try this again. Let's address that.
That's not
Here's what I'm
evident.
gonna do. To prove to you that I'm being fair, I'm gonna let you start off. I'm gonna let you have
All right.
5 minutes to talk about testimonies, and then I'm gonna respond. And when
Wait,
I
wait.
do that, we have established that I'm being fair.
Bro,
We're not gonna
testimony is
I'll
not
tell you why.
fucking science, bro. Fuck's sake, man.
I'll tell you clearly why. Because what we've got is a natural law violation. You need to have a container. Otherwise, natural law will dictate that air pressure will disperse into the available volume. And volume is defined by the container. So stories about going there aren't scientific. If it was to be scientific, there would be an experiment. There would be a hypothesis, for example. There would be a physical demonstration, something that I could repeat and verify to show this natural law, the second law of thermodynamics, was negated for this reason. And then we would put it into the second law of thermodynamics, because it wouldn't be true if gravity wasn't in it. So ultimately, stories are not scientific. You need a demonstration of a violation of natural law. So the question is for a demonstration of gas pressure without a container, and gravity being the antecedent to the air that we breathe in a vacuum.
Space debunks
Okay,
the
so
whole
here's my
idea of a globe
response.
Earth. Space
First of all,
debunks the whole idea of a
you're
globe
asking
Earth.
for an example on a scale that requires a person to go high up into the atmosphere in order to do so. The issue isn't what. Excuse me. You had your time. Now the issue isn't whether or not we can create a vacuum on Earth. That's easy. That can be done. The issue is whether or not the Earth itself is surrounded by a vacuum, and because of the very nature of the debate, that requires for you personally to go up in that spaceship and to personally walk on out and to personally try to breathe in nothing. That's the absurdity of it. So it goes back to you calling all the other examples of people going into space as mere stories, in which case they are not. You have simply redefined fraud as to be story.
Does mass attract mass? It's a simple question. Does mass attract mass? Yes or no?
You're changing the conversation. We have
No, I'm moving the conversation along because I'm going somewhere. This is the thing about having a conversation. You go somewhere.
Until this conversation is completed.
Okay, then you've got no science for your claims to stories. There you go.
We have the science. You have rejected it as story
based
upon your own arbitrary nature.
Where's the experiment? Where's the experiment? Where's the experiment?
Present it, man.
You're asking for an experiment, right? And
Yes, because you claim science, you asshole.
Hey, guys, listen. I gave him the floor uninterrupted. I have proven that I can be neutral here.
But you're not fucking replying. You're no rebuttaling. There's no answer. You're just like talking.
Excuse me. He made his comment and I responded.
Right. So where's the science?
Okay. When you ask where's the science, how many nanoseconds do you expect for it to take for me to post something? 2 nanoseconds or 3 nanoseconds?
I hope it's a cited reference.
So why don't you
cited reference?
Nonsense,
so go for it.
Psychological bullshit.
Go for it.
My God, you call us paranoid. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. Weird, isn't it?
Bad at it. When you repeat
Bro, you're projecting.
Within a short amount of time, you're not having a conversation.
But we've got to repeat.
Because you're not
You've got to
giving
repeat it because you
fucking
don't answer. We've been asking you this since you were in Cog Bliss, mate.
I'm going to respond.
Go for it. Stop saying you're going to do something and do it, bro.
So if you don't like it, be quiet and let me finish.
Finish then. Go for it. Present your evidence.
Yeah,
You sit up
demonstrate.
here still saying that shit over and over. I already told you what I'm doing.
I've
Every
been
time
asking
you
you,
talk about it, I'm gonna respond.
bro. I've been asking you since the first time I spoke to you, bro.
I don't care.
So
We
why
started
you
this
still?
conversation
All
at
right,
was
all right.
9:30.
I'll tell you what.
We started the
I'll tell you
conversation
what,
at
Flatty, shut up.
9:36.
Hey,
And you're
go and
still
do what
sitting
you
here
got to
arguing
do.
about this
Go
shit.
and do what you got to do. Post your evidence. We'll talk amongst ourselves quietly.
How about
Can't
that,
know, this
Flatty?
bloke's a fucking idiot. I bet he's not going to post any scientific evidence at all.
Yeah. They post a reference for the Bible that he's took out of context.
He might be
What, a
searching the
Bible
wrong
reference?
mountain, I think. Evidence
Searching a
mountain.
mountain.
Yeah, evidence
Go
mountain.
tell it on the mountain.
This better be a scientific demonstration with an independent and dependent variable of a negation of natural law.
Well, of course he knows that, Jedi. He wouldn't. This dude wouldn't come and, you know.
No. He
wouldn't
understands the
give you
scientific
something,
method,
like,
surely.
ridiculous at all. It'd be like solid.
It's not like
solid.
If he comes back with a story about an astronaut who went to space,
I reckon
I'm going to tell him a story about 3 children who walked through a wardrobe and found a lion.
Narnia. Oh, fuck.
I bet
Well,
he's
that's
going to
fake,
have a floating
bro.
ball. He's going to
Bro,
show
that's Jedi. That's fake because I've been inside my wardrobe a few times looking for that place, but it's not there.
you. Wrong wardrobe,
No,
Jedi.
no,
Nah, I've been in a few
Phantom.
wardrobes, mate.
It's a bit like Father Christmas. You've got to be good. See,
Satan
you're
Claus.
probably wanking in the wardrobe.
Oh man, I'm going mushroom picking tomorrow.
Oh, good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Right. I got told that you get fined them on ley lines, eh?
Oh. Never been seen
Hey.
that for a while.
I've not even got a bit of grass,
there's a few of
man.
them.
I'm fucking devastated.
Oh god, right. NASA sets a fire in space. Oh god.
The
Why?
Jedi.
Oh my god.
Jedi.
Yeah.
What?
I've never even seen that, man. Wow. Woo. Let's have
NASA
a look at that.
started a blaze aboard an unmanned orbital ATK Cygnus cargo vehicle.
Oh,
It's
this
the
his evidence?
spacecraft equipped seriously that it's
What is this?
on the Millennium Vulcan C-3PO.
And as time passes, I'll find more and more examples.
Yeah.
No, I think you might have a misunderstanding of what I want.
So, someone at
You-
NASA is starting fires in space.
You've got a misunderstanding.
No, it's not NASA.
Flatter, you've got a misunderstanding. I need to point it out because this isn't more anywhere near what I want. I want a demonstration of natural law violation. You say mass attracts mass. I want you to demonstrate mass attracts gas in a scientific experiment, not just going outside and pointing at the sky and going, "Hallelujah, vacuum!" You understand, right? Scientific claim this is. Science, not stories. Your evidence is shit and you believe it, it's ridiculous. You should believe science more. Really, you should. A demonstration of a claim that people fucking make. Otherwise, I could come up to you and literally take you for everything. The TV,
Alright, I'm
fucking
back.
pants.
You guys got anything to say about that? Those two
Alright.
examples I sent or what?
Yeah, I've got something to say about it. It's not what I want. It's not what anybody wants. It's not scientific.
Yeah, it is. We're done.
No, right. What's the independent variable? What's the independent variable? What's the independent variable? What's the independent variable? What's the dependent variable in this video? Give me those. No, I don't care. Dependent and independent variable from your video, please, if you're claiming it's science. Take your time.
It doesn't even know what the independent variable is.
I think the issue here is you guys try
You
to
don't know what
find
science
other ways
But during
to
its
get around
brief
the
life,
facts here.
it tackled some important questions.
Fact? What facts? Science.
During its brief life, it
But
tackled
they're
Want
not
science?
pertinent to this conversation. This
Give me
conversation,
the science!
whether or not there is
God
evidence
damn!
beyond, and there is not. And
So-
your response to that is, well, tell me the independent variable and the dependent variable.
That's
Yeah, show me the science.
Why don't you tell me?
That's
Show me the science.
I don't know. Watch this. Watch this. I don't know what the dependent variable is. I don't know what the independent variable is.
I don't give a
Why don't you
fuck.
tell me what they are in those examples.
They're non-existent. This isn't science. There is no independent and dependent variable.
It's
It
not
isn't science.
man.
I
It's a
don't want
YouTube video.
stories. I want
So,
science
guys
that back.
hearing me or not?
Maybe you've muted everybody. That's probably what
Yeah,
you've
you're
done,
back
isn't
on.
it?
I see when I mute
Ah.
you, I can somehow hear one of your friends talking all the time, but I can't hear you.
Okay. So
your
I
independent and dependent variable demand is not pertinent to this conversation. However, in order to make it easy for you, I'm actually giving you the debate. You can't fuck this up. I don't know what the dependent variable
okay.
I don't know what the independent variable is. So you tell us in the first example what the dependent variable is and the independent variable is, and most importantly, explain how that proves that there's still an atmosphere far beyond the boundaries of what we know of as space.
This isn't science. I want science. You haven't given it. This is a story.
Yeah, here we go.
Nobody could get a dependent and independent variable from this because it's a story. What's the cause of story you were trying to find out? Because that's what you presented me with. Quite clearly, I want a demonstration.
Okay, let's go through this. The first video shows an astronaut on the moon dropping a feather and a weighted object. Okay? Now,
on the moon.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and mute you. So you're going to interfere with my ability
Oh god.
to conversation. You made your point, and I'll listen.
Oh god.
Fight the Flat Earth's not going to be your friend, man.
This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Oh, dear me.
No, I genuinely didn't believe that people still believed about the moon thing. I mean, I thought that was a given now that it's fake, isn't it? Like, everybody nowadays, as far as I knew, till I met them.
Where's he went? He's back. What
Yeah.
the actual
He keeps
fuck?
running. Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's got away for a quick line. Quick snorty, he's fucking... What do you call it? What's his
I haven't
snorting?
heard anything so hilarious in my life.
He's snorting
Interesting.
ketamine.
I'm going to have to do some more work on this as I learn how Discord works. Somehow you guys are still able to talk even though I've muted you.
Yeah, that's
very clever.
terrible, isn't it? Like, you've not worked out how to mute. It's just like personal mute.
Well, hackers.
You on my machine, so that's good enough for me.
God damn.
Example, the
What the fuck you doing to steal the boxes for, man?
objects. And by the way, no, let me back up a second.
I don't give a fuck.
Objects both fall at the same speed. But the speed at which they fall is something that you can simulate on a set.
Or in a
Now, you might try
vacuum.
to say that there were wires and all that other
Well,
nonsense.
he doesn't know there's been an experiment with a bowling ball and a feather in a vacuum here on Earth.
He's got everybody muted. He's just fucking talking.
I know.
Unfortunately, I can hear you all, and like that's what we're showing to the live stream. So, and I've got him
This
on
is how they get you,
6%
kid.
because he keeps
This
eating
is how they
his mic.
get you.
Hey, you need to share this with Fight the Flat Earth. See if he's got to be his friend.
Authentic is your problem, and it's your line.
Demonstration of gas pressure without a container is a story about a man dropping a feather. Okay, so your demonstration of gas pressure without a container is a story about a man in a place that you can't go dropping something. That's not demonstration of gas pressure without a container.
You're done. The giggling is all you can do. Okay, good.
I'm not giggling.
Now let's look at the second example.
What second? I'm done with the first one yet.
His first one is
This is
in Narnia.
Wow, bro.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
here we go. Let's go to Narnia.
Where did they find you, man?
Oh, man.
he found.
Where the
I think he
hell?
found us.
Oh my lord.
I'll tell you what. He doesn't do the globe side any good whatsoever.
Nah, that's why he doesn't want to have a debate.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he doesn't.
He just wants it in here so he could rant, mute people, and talk out his ass.
Yeah, yeah.
I just offered them, Jedi. Jedi, I just offered them to go to a neutral place like the ice wall and have a debate with neutral moderators. Offer him that. He's not listening. But
Oh, right.
offer him
Yeah.
to go to ice wall.
Yeah.
Ice wall for a debate.
What?
To the second
Yeah,
example,
he's
they
just
set a fire
muted,
in
yeah.
space right?
Nope, fire in space. Yeah.
So the difference in how the fire works with the combustion active before hitting the
Uh-huh.
vacuum, and
Mhm.
you're gonna say that that's fake as well, right?
Fake
Mm.
That's the
what?
story.
Oxygen burning.
Right.
Where's this oxygen burning?
Let's watch the video. If you guys can be quiet enough, it's a 1 minute and 26-second video.
In a
You wanna
vacuum.
listen?
Can
Is
you
this
burn?
demonstration of
Why
gas
don't
pressure
you
without a
guys listen
container?
to the video and
Can
find out?
can you
Not
burn?
science,
Can you
dickhead.
burn
Listen to the
things without
video and find out.
It's
oxygen?
not science. It's not science. You want science.
Yeah, we want real science, not weird science like you guys got. You guys got a lot of weird science, like spinning balls and vacuums and people sticking to the bottom of them.
I really
That's
should have
awesome.
thought about like Star Wars and
uh,
hyperlanes when they thought
Guess
about
what it's
space. It's a
called?
much easier way to travel around.
Jedi.
Sorry.
It's called the Spacecraft Fire Experiment. That's what it's called.
Oh, for fuck's
That's the
sake.
technical name.
I can't even be bothered.
I'm guessing that's their best proof of fire in space, is it? Would that be where they go
Oh,
to
it's
now
not
if they
good.
want to prove fire in space? It would be that. We set fire to
You know,
oh, he's trying to sort out mod things now.
What?
Oh, is he?
What
Yeah.
actual?
Yeah, he
It's
wants to
literally-
actually mute you, doesn't he? He
Okay,
doesn't want like to
there you
pretend mute you.
So Fly, you're gonna go and have a debate on neutral grounds at the ice wall with Jedi?
So, Nate, what you got? So they showed a demonstration of
Nate.
fire in space.
No, they never.
yeah. Do you want, I mean, how far do you want to go with this? Do you want some pictures of orcs? Would that make orcs real? Would you like Star Wars presented to you and hyperlanes being real? Or would you like the blueprints to Millennium Vulcan? I mean,
Okay,
this
so they
is
showed a
this isn't.
demonstration of fire in
Listen.
space.
No, stop. Listen. I haven't finished. You haven't given us any science, just stories.
You just saw it. You just saw it.
That's
Not
science.
science, though.
You just saw
It's
it.
not
It's a
science.
demonstration of fire in space.
No.
No, I want gas
fire.
pressure without a container.
It was fire
Tell you what,
inside
once
the
again, I'm
vehicle.
gonna let you guys have the floor for up to 5 minutes. And then
Oh,
when you're
huh.
done with your back and forth bickering with each other, then I'm gonna
Not
talk.
arguing with you,
And if you
dick.
interrupt me, I'm gonna mute you. But
You
Oh,
are
no.
a fucking hot dog.
that I'm letting you guys have a fair chance to talk. Go.
Fuck off, man. Blow me.
Right.
Fucking
So,
imbecile.
literally just going to say this again. I've challenged you to a formal debate with a moderator because these conversations aren't going anywhere. But that's by the by. Let's look at your evidence. We've repeatedly asked you for science. You clearly don't have an understanding of what science actually is because you don't understand what dependent and independent variables are and why they're important in experimentation. I've repeated this about 5 times. You have a natural law violation. You need to demonstrate the cause of gas pressure without a physical barrier. You can't do it. You just keep giving us stories. I could give you Star Trek. I could give you Star Wars. It is as ridiculous at this stage. So, formal debate with a moderator, Friday night fights, pick your time. Doesn't have to be a Friday, is the thing I'm trying to point out. Has rules, it will be moderated. But ultimately, mate, you're not giving any evidence. And I want this put forth to a larger audience so they can see how ridiculous this is. It's down to you. You either give me science now, and if you give me a story again, we're all going.
Neutral ground, mate. Neutral ground on the ice wall, bro. Neutral ground.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that you're done talking. So here's my response. You got evidence. You don't want to accept it as evidence because of your intransigent, obstinate attitude.
Transition.
You sit up here and try to create your own type of rules and regulations as to how a debate is going to occur. And because you have had a long history, Nate Oakley, of violating your own rules, you are not to be trusted. Now, I have already demonstrated
You might
to
want to start by
that I
calling him
can
the right
allow you
name.
to have the
He's
floor.
You
not-
do know
not
that's
Nathan
not
Oakley.
Nathan Oakley. Yeah. I've told him, but he doesn't really listen.
Guess what you guys
Flatty,
are doing?
Jedi Oakley.
you realize that's not Nathan Oakley, right?
But the issue here
Talkity talk,
is that
but
you
you're
do not
calling him the wrong
accept
name.
demonstrated evidence as evidence. You want to talk about independent and dependent
How
variables,
old
and
is
that's
this
fine,
guy?
but that's not the
Is
appropriate
this guy like
issue.
15?
That's not the appropriate way to
He's
address
not
it.
old, is he? I mean, you know.
Yo, Flatty, are you like 15 years old? Do you have homework to do and shit? Like, what? How old are you?
To you the definitions, and we're going to see if you understand.
I think he's got everybody
Oh,
muted,
Lord.
Chocolate, like properly muted on his end.
Hey,
That's
take
why
a
he
look
just
at
keeps
that picture.
talking.
Take a look at that picture I just posted.
He's got to mute us. I don't
Who's gonna tell us about independent variable? This is precious.
Everybody should
This
just
is
mute Flatty,
precious.
and we'll just all talk. Haha, Jedi.
to test the effects
Jedi Oakley.
variable. A dependent
Oh.
variable is the variable being tested and measured in a scientific experiment.
Ooh,
So,
I like
now,
that.
Nate, this is real easy. When you're
What the
looking
fuck?
at an object like a balloon
Oh
that is up
shit,
in
man.
space, I'm sorry, that is
You are a fucking balloon.
and it pops, right?
Balloon
No.
pop. Have you ever heard that one before? Proof. Proof. What was it? Proof of that Jedi? Oh, is he gone? Oh no, Jedi's still here. Balloon pops. Proof of.
I do like that you said that you have to manipulate the independent variable. That's very good.
Sorry, are you talking to me? Other people are actually talking to you as well. So you want the
I thought you-
dependent variable and in.
It's going on YouTube. It's going
It's on YouTube right now, you fucking idiot.
a guy named Dr. Science. That you're not Nathan Oakley. That you're a guy named Dr. Science. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, you're Nathan Oakley, and I'm smashing you right now. So again, I asked
Yeah, he's got some strange delusions, this guy.
What
hasn't
the fuck, man?
are the balloons that are floating up into space.
As far as I'm concerned, you're somebody else, and I'm whooping you.
You're fucking Chris Tucker. At least you sound like him.
Yeah, you do realize you're delusional, right?
What have you
You're-
buried
you're
and
like-
manipulated?
That's a word. There's a word called delusional. He said,
What's your
as far as
cause
I'm
of
concerned.
All right, let me answer because you took too long.
what's your cause of balloon popping?
But let's look at the elements. We've got the atmosphere. The atmosphere is not a variable. It is.
Look at Euclidean element.
Hold on. It's not a variable, but it's got a gradient, which is varied.
He's muted you, bro. He's talking.
The atmosphere is because balloon popping.
That cunt, man.
What's your dependent variable?
Really God, man.
Or the amount of time it takes.
At least you gotta laugh with us, cunt, man.
From which the balloons would pop, and those
balloon pop.
distances, those.
You sound like you're about to pop, mate.
Do you want me to tell you very simply?
I am now unmuting you. Let's hear what you have to say.
You're just.
Okay. So your naturally observed phenomena is balloon popping. Your independent variable is the gas pressures within them, which are varied, right? You have a higher gas pressure in the balloon, which expands in all directions on the surface of the balloon, and is able to do more so when there is less outside atmospheric pressure until it explodes. The cause of this is a lower atmospheric pressure outside of the contained pressurized balloon environment. Still varying. Oh, fuck's sake. I can't do this.
Then get out. Then get out. Okay?
No, you're an idiot because all you can vary and manipulate in the. Go ahead, mute me. You can't deal with the truth. You can't deal with the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Got to be a stupid motherfucker to get fired on your day
I don't
off.
care what you.
At the same rate, and they may still.
Yeah, don't forget to thank him for unmuting you once he says he's unmuted you. All
Right.
right, Jedi. Don't say
Of course,
thank
yeah, I will
you.
do, yeah.
Oh, I can't what to say. Say, as they finish talking, till I unmute him. That's what to say.
Is a very important.
Say, just say that. Say, are you finished talking, man? I'll just unmute you.
Thank you very much for muting me there.
Hang on, can I just jump in, Jedi? Jedi.
Of course you can.
I just want to say hello. Also, I'm going to say goodbye because this is absolutely pointless. And Donut is still a fucking donut. Donut, go fuck yourself.
All right, Nate, let me unmute you. Go ahead and make your.
To what?
Who is he mute? Hearing everybody the whole time.
To what?
What's going on?
make my point.
I can't answer your question while you guys are talking over me.
Yeah, make my point to what?
Right, so muted you guys again.
Yeah, that's right. Mute us.
Shut the fuck up.
Can't ask the guy a question.
I'm on mute.
You fucking imbecile.
He's muted us.
Hello.
Whatever it is that the balloon is used to depressurize, that is a factor.
Are you on mute, Chocolate?
Now,
This guy's delusional.
We should just mute him. Everybody just mute him and then we'll just talk amongst ourselves.
Have a chat. Bring a load of people over.
Who is this guy?
Then
What's going on?
you could call the pressure, the amount of pressure, right? The independent.
It's a weird background noise that you get in here, like, because I've got him set at 6%, so it's just it's like some guy mumbling in the background.
It's really weird.
Well, he's mumbling in the foreground. Maybe it's just an echo.
We just really after wanting to know whether this debate's going to happen, because this isn't it, is it?
No, not at all. It's just some guy talking a lot.
I'm straight that this guy is still just talking and nobody's even paying really mind, but he's just talking.
Yeah, this is going on. It's going on YouTube. This is him debunking us.
Hey, Flatty. Flatty.
No, he can't hear you. He's got you on mute.
Oh,
in my mind.
What? Fight the Flat Earth's been in here?
Is he really?
I think so. Yeah, he's
Okay.
He's online there. He's got.
Sorry, I wasn't even listening to you.
Right hand side.
Oh well, then I guess we're done.
Aye.
Well, you just rambling on about something.
Oh, now you're gonna talk. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah.
You're actually delusional.
What do you want me to respond to? Instead of like going on for 5 minutes, can you formulate a question within a sentence or two?
Sure.
What made you think that there is a container surrounding the Earth when you're already seeing from the evidence that the atmosphere is lower and it gradually decreases as you go higher up? Why would you assume that it reaches a limit prior to vacuum?
Because there is no physical demonstration of gas pressure or a gas pressure gradient without a physical barrier. Just stories.
That is false. And once again, then watch this. I'm gonna word this.
What is the definition of gas pressure? What's the definition of gas pressure again, buddy? What's the definition of gas pressure?
Gas pressure can more easily be defined as the ability of the atmosphere to press on the physical boundaries, i.e. the container. That's what the volume is in gas law. I learned that the other day on the Nathan Oakley show when Zanuck was ripped apart.
Yeah, well, I learned in grade school, and
Volume.
Gravity is also a factor that allows
which one?
gas pressure to exist. Because what happens is that the atoms. Listen, this goes back to earlier in the other debate when I
Demonstrate mass attracts gas.
When has he ever had a fucking debate?
Oh, let me go ahead and mute you. I didn't like that. I might melt.
Gravity, you want to call it? I don't care what.
Let me open the freezer door. I'm just gonna.
Whatever is causing to fall is also causing liquids to fall
Fucking
and gases
clown.
to fall. So now I'm going to release the mic and ask you if the liquids and solids clearly are falling, then the gases which are more concentrated at the lower altitudes, right, the same direction that things fall, is affected by the same effect that causes things like solids and objects to fall. Solids and liquids to fall. Sorry.
They're more dense
I'm
like
in a
yourself.
Twilight Zone.
They're as dense as you.
Why is it that gases are not impacted in the same way?
He's not released your mic yet, Jedi.
Well, let's find out. Let's find out. So the claim here is that you drop something to the floor because mass attracts mass, just the same way that mass would attract gas. So we should be.
to that point. That's you saying.
We need to because you need the gas to stick. You fucking do. You do because you need the atmosphere to stick to the floor, dummy.
No,
so you need.
I didn't say that. All I said, ass fuck, is whether or not gases obey the same laws of physics that causes solid objects and liquid objects to go down. Now,
no.
Oh, really? And why not?
Yeah. Because when you have a vacuum chamber and you enter gas into that vacuum chamber, according to you, because mass attracts gas, it should fall to the floor. But it doesn't. It just bursts into all and any directions. I don't care what you did and didn't say.
Can we sort Flatty out for this debate? Are you gonna? We're live streaming here now, Flatty. Are you gonna have this debate or not?
Hey guys, I have made it clear where I stand. I came into your debate, you did your live stream, and I debunked you.
Right, so you're not going to go to debate. You're running from this debate.
You debunked who?
There was your general or your.
You debunked who and with what?
It debunked himself.
Who the hell did you debunk? You haven't even said anything coherent in the past fucking 2 hours.
Solids not obey the same laws.
Jesus Christ.
That cause solids and liquids to fall. Why don't gases obey those same laws?
Yeah, I think you guys should go back to our live stream like you're doing now here and listening to this dude.
Go ahead. Bye.
Chris, you are a fucking retard. You know that, mate.
I ask a question and I don't get an answer. He starts
well,
bro,
listen. The guy asked you for some kind of scientific reference, cited reference to prove your claim. Not a minute and a half video. Mate, listen to me. You showed a minute and 20-second video of a supposed fucking ship or a part of a container of the ISS that burnt up in the atmosphere. So they're not claiming that they burnt it in the vacuum of space. They set light to it within this fucking thing that they burnt up in the atmosphere. So that never proved fire in a fucking vacuum. This was inside a container, just like what we're asking you to show. Show gas pressure without containment.
Okay, you're rambling.
I just watched it.
Yourself.
I just watched it.
I ain't got all day to listen to you ramble.
Bro, I fucking just watched it.
Okay, let's go back to it.
Oh man. And then, regardless, even if they were able to light up a joint in a vacuum.
That is very regardful.
So,
it's not regardless, it's regardful. At 1 minute and 25 seconds, they show it in space, not in an atmosphere.
What do you mean, in space?
Oh, what do I mean? I mean, high altitude.
At 1 minute 25.
Space.
Oh, you can see that in a video. You could see no air in a video, right?
At 1 minute 25.
I hope this is on the live stream with you.
Bro, are you saying that it happened at 1 minute 25?
Yo, this cat.
Are you saying at 1 minute 25 that's where they set the fire in space?
I apologize. Hold on, let me give you the right time.
None of it shows anything in space.
Is this guy serious?
35 seconds.
Yeah, this is deadly serious, Chocolate. This is
Twitter. I'm refusing to believe this is a real debate.
No, yeah, this is Twitter.
This guy's a real.
Yeah,
bro.
Fight the flat
this is Twitter nonsense. Oh.
Are you seriously saying?
Oh look in the chat.
You guys always have to say, "Are you seriously?"
Is that Nathan Oakley that was just here?
Make your fucking point.
At 25 seconds, do you think that? Man, listen.
Still waiting for you to make a point.
Bro, are you
still waiting for you to make a point?
Flatty, are you trying to say right now at 25 seconds that's a fire in space?
Man, it don't matter. You'll see it.
Are you a fucking retard, man?
It shows the flame in space.
It just shows you flames. It just shows you flames.
The effect. And the
it's just flames.
Not the same effect as on Earth. It's obviously not the same effect in an
so
atmosphere.
right. So how can you burn something without oxygen?
Because there are other ways to ignite.
How?
Even in the depths of a non-atmospheric space.
Without oxygen.
Excuse me.
Bro, without oxygen. Bro, I asked you a question.
Gotta do it.
Man, you're fucking away with it.
The ability to
Yeah, I'm done wasting my time.
You need to go to a
here.
fucking
Talking to
psychiatrist,
this
man.
moron.
You check the side chat though, Chocolate.
Okay. You have
Say that again?
Check the side chat. General.
Wait, I gotta put this.
Electrical impulses.
Check the side chat.
Physical elements are that can be combined.
Well, Bev, you need to put this up on your
Ask
channel.
Oakley
Keep it, man.
why
I'm
he's
gonna
scared of me.
download that.
They release their energy into space. Not an issue.
Bro, where's the oxygen?
We're live streaming as well, Chocolate. So say hi.
And plasmas clearly.
Hey, ass wipes.
I guess they can occur.
He's typing.
In a vacuum.
What's he gonna come back with?
I am releasing the mic.
Bro, that's not in fucking space. You've not proved the vacuum of space yet.
Okay, I gotta mute you again. Here's the deal.
What?
It is in space.
You're a fucking retard, man. I don't call
Yeah.
people retards, but you are fucking retarded, man. What are they retarded?
Once you get the proof, you say, "Oh, that didn't
What
really
proof?
happen. Show me proof."
What's the proof?
Oh, that's not proof. Show me.
What proof?
You get proof. Show me.
What proof?
Blah 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 blah.
Blah blah blah.
Oh my god,
What
alright.
proof?
I'm
What
done
proof?
with this.
And that's the other part. This is where it gets into the psychology.
You're a fucking complete Mongol.
The fact that you're a psycho? That's psychology?
Psychiatric fucking patient, man.
You're literally out of your mind, bro. You haven't said a thing since I heard you speaking.
Logic.
You haven't said a thing.
I have seen people like you operate.
Oh my god.
When you come up with your conspiracy theories. That's why I hate whenever you guys talk about conspiracy.
Dude, you're like 13. How are you seeing anything?
It's Chris Tucker, mate. It's Smokey.
Skip over all of the white supremacy shit.
What the fuck you doing stealing Baxter's farm, man?
Here we go.
He's Chocolate. He's gonna lay the colour card
Here
down.
we go.
Go on, go on.
Here we go.
Well, how can it be? I thought you guys were being objective. So your entire conspiracy theory bullshit out the window. So back to the evidence. You've seen the evidence. Your refusal to accept the evidence is because you're on an agenda, and I'm releasing the mic.
Do you think? Do you really think a minute and 26? Oh, thank you. Sorry, boss. Do you think a 1 minute and 26-second video is enough to prove that the Earth is a sphere flying through space?
That was not the purpose of the video.
Well, that's what you're saying.
Now I get to laugh because your silence.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on reply, mate. For fuck's sake, that's how a conversation happens. You speak and then somebody stops and then you reply. You don't just speak over people and you don't have to mute people. You just talk and then it's a back and forth. That's all it is.
So again, for the second time, I say to you, that demonstration was not brought in here to prove that the Earth was a globe.
So what are you proving of it?
That there is no atmosphere beyond a certain altitude on Earth.
How does it prove that?
The nature of the plasma, the nature of the fire, it changes when there's no atmosphere and when there is no gravity. When the gravitational pull on the flame is not present, and when there is no surrounding atmosphere.
Fuck. I really don't know what to say to you, man.
Fight the Flat Earth so much. Hey, he's a great guy. I do like the guy. I don't have a personal rapport with him. I don't know him personally or anything, but he's a great guy. So I'm going to plug him in out of respect because he does a good job. But for
you don't.
He say, hey, why are you guys afraid to fight him anyway? Why are you guys afraid to confront him on a neutral?
Did you say fight him? Is he offering it a fight?
Oh, shut up with the sarcasm, dude. I ain't
No,
got
you
time.
said that. Has he offered to fight someone?
Nate, stop being an idiot. Stop being an idiot.
He's called you Nate now.
Yeah, beat it. Okay.
So I just make that clear because that was on live stream. You did. He hasn't offered you like to get a fight going with any of us, has he?
That fire, when in
Has he muted me?
Gravity is ignited, that it behaves differently. You're not going to be able to show that behavior in an atmosphere with gravity. So you got your proof. And
What's the
decided to
fucking
move on to the
proof,
next
mate?
thing because on this point,
That's
you
no
have been
proof.
debunked.
That's not proof. A 1 minute 26 video is not a scientific experiment, bud. For fuck's
Video
sake.
could be 5 seconds or 5 days long.
It's not an experiment. It could be. You could have it on for a year. You could.
Here,
You could live stream it for 5 decades, mate. No, you can't prove it is.
You have basically debunked yourself.
You can't prove that it is. I don't have to prove it is or it's not. If you're using it as your evidence, you need to be able to prove that it's fucking realistic, man.
Here's why what you're saying is incorrect.
Oh, man.
You keep making this claim that there's no gravity, and then you make another claim that atmosphere gas pressure requires a container. It's a circular argument. You ignore the effects of gravity. In fact,
No.
Nate just did. He said,
No,
hey,
we didn't ignore the effect.
don't obey the laws of physics that liquids and solids do. Well, that
Thank-
was a beat down
Bro,
right there. He just debunked
things
himself.
fall.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, for fuck's sake, please don't.
Did you hear him say that Fight the Flat Earth? We're scared to fight
No.
him.
Does he not know that you fought him?
Well,
Oh,
no,
fuck.
I've had a debate with him. Like, I've never heard of an offer of an actual fight. That would be funny, wouldn't it? I was just clearing out whether he fancied getting in the ring with somebody, like to actually do a fight.
Man, I'm not a violent person, but I would punch his fucking.
I know.
puss like that.
It would generate a bit of hoo-ha, bit of money or something, wouldn't it? Oh, that's why I'm checking, just to make sure that he might be after doing that. I mean, we'd let everybody know, but I'd like to make sure.
Gases do not obey the same laws.
So right, he's
Man,
not.
you're talking to the
Fight
wrong
Flat Earth
person,
is
man.
denied it.
Flatty, you're talking to this wrong person. That was Jedi you were calling, Nate. Now you're calling. Well, what you calling? It's no Bev.
Listen. If
not
you
Bev,
lose
is it?
the debate, that's a default confession of defeat.
Well, no, you're talking to a different person, man. Hey, wake up, man. You're talking to someone else. You are talking to someone else. It's a different human being you are speaking to, man. It's not the same person.
That's okay.
For fuck's sake. Man, it's like you've got no comprehension to anything that's getting said or what you're saying.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to watch what you're saying there, Flatty. You know.
You're making your Globers look ridiculous, mate. They
ride
already
it
do.
so much. Just sort of like dial it back a bit and make sure you know what you're saying before you actually say it.
He's just muting us. No, listening, man. I'm out of here. If he's not going to speak, and he's not going to get a grip of himself, I'm not going to speak to him.
Well, he's not going to listen to you. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Mhm.
But I mean,
I'm
like,
so glad you've
I'm
got
only
this
in here
recorded
waiting
then.
to find out if he'll get a thing, because he won't talk to me if anybody else is in here. I just want to know whether he's going to accept the debate that Jedi's offered him.
See, look,
That's
look,
all, that's
look,
all
guys,
I'm
look,
doing here.
I can hear you guys. If I can hear you guys, y'all can hear me. That's how I look at it.
I don't even know what you're saying, man. Do you want to discuss the fabric of reality orderly, cordially, respectfully, and listen, mate? And then I'm happy to, even though you'd be fucking out of order since I started speaking to you, bud, but I'll still try yet again if you fucking want to, man. He's fucking gone. He's went into a different voice room, look. What is he doing, man?
I don't know. I think he.
Right, jump.
I don't think.
We'll jump up there. Mum will jump up there, but no, he's coming back.
Is he coming back?
Right, Flatty, what is the deal with you, bro? You gonna fucking answer?
I'll be learning how to actually mute people now. The moment you do that, Flatty, nobody's gonna ever come back in here. I'm only here at the minute to try and find out if you actually want this debate or you're gonna quit out.
I'll find out right now for Icewall admin if they'll set up a room that nobody else can speak, nobody else gets to fuck it, everybody's automatically muted if he'll accept. And then it's non 24/7, it's not here. and it's a fucking neutral moderator.
Alright, guys, so I've taken care of the nonsense with you guys talking even when you're muted. So at this point, you've got your 4, counters, and
Bro, I don't want counters. Listen for a second, right? Bro, I can't speak to you if you're going to keep muting, if you're going to speak over people, if you're not going to listen, if you're not going to fucking actually respond correctly to what's been asked of you, and if you're actually going to present like some kind of scientific proof, bro. Right, videos are no scientific proof. Even a video, an experiment, that's not scientific proof. It could be manipulated. Anything could happen to it. Okay? So I didn't see what the point is, unless you just want to grandstand and talk over people. And if that's your plan, then it's pointless, and then I'm out here. But if you want, I was literally just going to do that, is speak to the admin at Icewall and see if they can set up a room that everybody else is muted apart from you and Jedi, and that's the only people that will get to speak. If you want.
Okay, so here's the problem. When you ask for proof from me directly, y'all would have to get into a space shuttle and go up into space and provide.
So we can't do it. That's what I'm saying, bro. We can't do it.
Oh, well, then you have a problem here.
No, we don't.
You have made a claim that gas pressure requires.
No, I'm saying to you, can you? No, I never.
So you can go and do that. You have been deemed debunked.
I never. How? We don't have to go up to a place that you say exists to prove that it doesn't. You're the one making the claim. If you can demonstrate that, bro, listen, I've never finished, man. I never finished, bud. That's how it goes, man. Somebody speaks, somebody like rebuttals, and I'm not even trying to have a debate with you. But the fact is, if you're making a claim and saying that space is what we've been all told, I got taught the exact same fucking thing, that space is a vacuum, we've got gas pressure, space is surrounding this gas pressure. So if you're claiming that's what everything that everybody's been told is correct, then for you to say that, mate, you need to be able to show that through a scientific experiment on Earth. Because if we can't go to a place that you're saying exists and go up there just to prove that it doesn't. You need to be able to prove it, bro. We didn't have to prove anything.
Okay. So here's my response. You're the one that is claiming that there is an object in space called a dome.
No, I never.
Okay?
No, I never.
Okay, well then there's no dome. So we can reject the idea that there's no dome because
no, you can't.
Making that claim.
No, you can't reject it. It's unverifiable, man. That's what I'm saying.
I can say that there's a Taj Mahal up in space.
I know, but it's
a bunch of persons up in space.
And I can't say it's not. I can't say that there's not a Taj Mahal in space, but I can say it's unverifiable. And unless you can scientifically prove it, then it's not a fact, mate. That's what we're trying to get to, mate. Right, we're trying to get to what we can verify, bro.
You done talked and made the same point over and over. So I'm going to respond, and I'm going to clearly articulate where you're making the mistake. You're going to say, let's start with where you're coming from. I cannot prove that there is no atmosphere in space unless I actually go up in space and do scientific experiments proving it.
No.
The flat Earth people cannot prove that there is a dome up in space unless they go up in space and do scientific experiments to prove it. Oh, no? Okay, well then please enlighten us on your perspective on this whole issue. Go ahead.
I just did, mate. I don't know if you've got me muted while I'm speaking because I just fucking elaborated quite.
That shit and just get right to it.
Well, mate, I just said it a minute ago and I'll fucking say it again. If you're saying that space is what we've been told and this is a vacuum enveloping a gas pressurized system, to be able to prove that, you need to be able to show this on Earth on a scientific experiment that can show gas pressure maintained within a vacuum without separation of these opposing pressure systems. You need to be able to prove that to prove your point.
That's already been done.
When?
You go up to different altitudes on Earth.
Well, there's a gradient.
Right, so that's
right.
Done.
And that points towards there possibly being a dome. But again, I can't fucking verify it, man.
That does not point to there being a dome. That points to there not being a dome.
Why?
Because there is a gradient. If there was a dome, there would be no gradients.
Why? Denser stuff comes to the bottom. The lighter stuff's up the top.
Therein lies your failure. You just said bottom. You
said
bottom, and therein is where you make the mistake.
Why?
I'm about to explain it.
More dense things fall.
I'm gonna explain it.
You know what a
Why do
density
things
tower
fall
is? Do
down?
you know what a density tower is?
Why do things fall down?
Do you know what a
That's
density
the
tower
answer
is?
to your question.
Relative density.
Huh?
Relative density.
Why is there relative density instead of uniform density?
I never made the place, mate. I'm not the creator of this realm. I'll ask him when I die.
No. That's not an answer. You sit up here and you talk about scientific investigation and scientific experimentation. So again, I ask you, why is there relative density instead of uniform density?
Because then none would be as it is. Less dense things. If you're on a density tower, if you've seen a density tower, less dense things.
Let me make
Like,
this real easy.
put
Why
oil
is
on
relative
water.
density lower? Why is higher densities lower than lower densities?
What?
Why are more? Oh gosh, see, this is how I know that I'm more intelligent than you guys.
Mate, why are you fucking being like this? Why are you being a cheeky asshole?
More atoms in them in a volume. Why is it gas? I'm sorry. Why is it that volumes at lower altitudes contain more atoms per unit of volume than volumes at higher altitudes? Does that make more sense?
Man, you're all over the fucking place. Are you asking why more dense things stay down? You saying why are more dense things down?
That are in
Less.
6 than there are in 3.
There's more particles in more dense things. That's why they're dense.
Right. Why are the more particles present at lower altitudes? That's the key.
What do you mean? Why?
Yeah, why? Why are more particles present at lower altitudes?
But
And let me
what
start a
do you
new
mean?
recording, 'cause
Why?
This is it right here. This is it. This is the debunking.
What are you debunking? More dense things fall, less dense things go up.
Debunking you and the
There's an up and a down, bro. There's a fucking up and there's a down. That's how whoever made this fucking place made it. So we can function, so life can exist and function.
That's religion. I'm not interested in religion.
You're fucking religious. You're religious.
Nope, you just made a religious argument.
No, I never.
You just made a religious
No, I
argument based on
didn't.
my faith.
No, I
That
didn't.
is not where
No,
we're
I
at
never.
right now.
No, I never, mate.
Yes, you
I
did.
never.
You just
When
said
did I mention any religion?
I'm gonna ask you again.
When did I mention religion? When did I mention fucking religion? Listen.
Concentrated at lower
Listen, you fucking imbecile. When did I mention religion? Bro, I'm not fucking religious and I don't fucking talk about it. Because I'm talking about a creator. Mate, I'm just going to leave it. Because you're being a fuck.
Altitudes. You can leave
Yep.
if you want, bro. But this
Leave
is it.
bother,
This is where you
bro.
guys lose.
Hey, bother, bro. I'll leave, bro.
Yep, you
Man.
can imitate my voice. You can do everything, but what you can't do is you can't answer the question.
What fucking question? More dense things go to the bottom. Less dense things go
More
up.
dense things go at the bottom.
Because that's how the place was made.
Nope, that's not an answer. That is not a scientific answer. We have done experiments and we have discovered why you have not.
What experiment?
So lose. Yes,
What
we
experiment?
have determined that gravity
Right, so
forces
which kind of gravity?
follow the same laws.
Which kind of gravity?
Liquids, and that is why. It's
Which kind of gravity?
reproducible.
Which kind of gravity? Which kind of gravity?
There is no what kind of gravity.
Newtonian or Einsteinian?
That gravity creates
Newtonian or Einsteinian, for fuck's sake.
Gases down. And the
Mate.
heavier gases, by and large, not absolutely, but by and large, the heavier gases.
Bro, are you fucking listening, man?
At the lower altitudes,
Bro.
as the lighter gases go up.
What, so mass attracts mass? That's Newtonian
I
gravity.
didn't even go there. I don't mind going there.
Are you saying that? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying gravity is?
That's where we're at in the conversation.
You says gravity, which fucking kind?
Right. Now, you want to say what causes
Which
gravity?
kind?
That's another
No,
conversation. And
which kind of gravity?
But here, I'm going to mute you. So,
Fuck off.
You can leave if you like. That's
Alright.
not a problem. But you and your team do not have an answer as to why gases collect at higher concentrations at lower altitudes. Okay? So, hey, he ran. That's victory. Victory for the globe.
Really?
Really? Really? You're the last man standing. Last
Yeah,
one
well,
standing, man.
I'm just waiting to see whether you're going to take on this debate that Jedi invited you to.
The debate occurs on this channel.
Not
The
on
debate
this
occurs
channel.
On this channel.
Not on this
and
channel.
That's the end of it. I went to your channel and I defeated you. I defeated the lot of you.
It was offered in a neutral channel.
But I defeated you.
A neutral channel.
At this point.
Did you hear?
Calm down, Bev. Bev, it's okay, buddy.
No. It's a debate that you were offered on a neutral
I let him have
channel.
The floor. I let you guys have the floor, and I destroyed you.
No.
And the only thing you can do is run. So here's where the boundary line is. Whether
Nobody's
it's
running.
Letter, whether it's Simon Dan, whether it's me, whether it's anybody, the key question, the boundary line between you and your own destruction, is why do gases concentrate?
Are you going to have this debate with Jedi?
Gases concentrate at low altitudes. At this point,
You did hear it was live streamed when he asked you.
And he said something about that's just
So
how it
I'm
is,
just
and
waiting
that's
to
how it is,
see
blah, blah, blah. He went
your
into religion.
response.
And then he said that wasn't religion.
Right,
So we
your
got the evidence, bro.
response
We're done.
to the offer of the debate.
And I am not accepting their counter.
Okay, so
offer.
that's fine. That's
I
fine.
made an
So
offer,
you are not
and
having that
it's
debate.
the
Okay.
counteroffer, and I
You
rejected
say,
the counteroffer because
oh
he
no, I am not
did
debating
follow the
on a
rules. So that's the end of that. Let me stop my
neutral
recording.
channel.
I want to
Okay.
publish this on YouTube.
It's already on YouTube, mate. Already on.
And it's going to be on there again. It's going to be on there again.
So, like,
And listen,
one thing I'm
you guys got your
curious
version
of.
where I was muted, and I got my version where you're muted. But here's
I've
what you
not.
guys don't have.
I've not been
have me
talking. I've
answering
not. You've
your
not
question.
had me debating
And
anything.
you guys are just doing your religious
guys.
rhetoric and your bullshit with the what is it, the psychological psyops bullshit.
Okay. So, can I just ask you, or like sort of, you know there are mountains and valleys, right? You've seen them, haven't you? Lumpy bumpy bits. Have you seen them, Flatty? Because I have. So would you be willing to say that, like, that flat Earth can't possibly be a thing, can it? Nobody could believe that flat Earth is a real thing, can they?
Oh, Bev.
What do you reckon?
I almost forgot about you, buddy. There's something we need to settle.
So what do you reckon flat Earth is?
No.
I'm just saying. Like, have you heard of mountains and valleys?
Bev,
Have you heard of mountains and valleys, Flatty?
Horizontal may mean flat, but something that is level is not necessarily flat.
No,
When a level is balanced, and the only way that you can balance a level
that's
is
what it
by
means,
using
balance, yeah,
gravity
equilibrium.
greater. The level is overall horizontal from one end to the other.
And horizontal is
But
straight, isn't it?
On the line, that line that you call being level, it will have ups and downs.
It's
will have
it
curves.
won't. It won't.
Zoom
That's
in
not
far
what
enough.
level means,
And that's
is it?
just for what you would call a straight line, or a line that's level. The problem
It's a
that
straight
you're having
horizontal
is
line
you
of level.
equate the horizon of Earth to being level and flat, and that's because you ignore the scale of the Earth itself.
Right,
You
okay,
also
but
ignore
we're just talking about the water here, though, aren't we? Like, we're not talking about the earth bit, the land bit, because there's mountains and valleys there, isn't there?
distant, which is not quite the same thing.
So you can't have
When something is near,
somebody who
it's right next to
thinks
you,
that
can
the
see it,
ground bit
okay?
is flat,
something is
because
far,
it's
it's
not.
much
It's got
smaller.
mountains and valleys in it,
It's
hasn't
harder
it?
to see. But when something is closer to you, although it is also near, you're
Okay.
seeing it close up, and you're seeing the dimensions of it close up.
Is your
When
boy
something
listening?
is not close up to you, and you get a broader perspective of it, you're still seeing it as clear as you would have seen it if it was close up. For instance, the horizon. As you move further away from the horizon, you see the horizon change shape. At changing of the shape, like the atmosphere issue that you guys are running into, you guys stop before you go far enough to see the shape change. And when you go beyond that boundary, you call all the examples that show the changing of the shape to be fraudulent.
Oh, nice.
And that's not going to fly.
How do you think he's doing?
I will now let you have the floor. You can talk for as long as you like.
I know. I already asked the question. I was saying that, like, I can see mountains and valleys, Flatty. So it's not flat. The ground bit that you would call Earth is not flat, is it? Because that would be ridiculous for you to think that that's flat. So what I tend to think of the flat Earth is sort of a trigger for people that get really annoyed. So I think you're one of them people. And if you sort of label people as something that's really ridiculous, then you can think you're getting the upper hand over anybody. So, hey ho.
Bev, listen. You can waste all your time, but you didn't answer the question. Okay, you didn't respond to what I said, and that is that the scale is where you guys make your scam. The scale of anything, the scale of the Earth.
The horizontal doesn't bend.
Let me mute you.
Not for scale or anything. Yeah, see, like you keep saying, "Let me mute you." I heard you say that.
You see.
You don't really do that, and that only happens on your end.
Straight. It is apparently straight.
So, the horizontal doesn't bend, no matter how long it gets. It stays level.
You are on a
then you have
planet
water level, which is also horizontal.
They don't appear to move.
That doesn't bend because it's. And then you can also have sea level. Now that's just salted water type thing.
But when
that doesn't bend either. So that's like all of the levels being horizontal.
Those that see it from another point of view, and even when they present it as.
Would you like to have a go at that, Flat Earth?
So people that show.
Which one are you going to bend? You're going to bend all of them. You reckon your boy will bend all of them?
High altitudes, people
like
that
you did. He's not mentioned non-Euclidean geometry yet.
Accuse them of being
don't think he knows about it.
I am now releasing your mic. You have nothing to say. Okay.
It's all right. I was talking to Fight the Flat Earth. You're not worth talking to because you don't listen.
Whatever.
Fight the Flat Earth is listening though. Don't worry.
Fight the Flat Earth is gonna get fed up with your bullshit, and he's gonna stop listening to you too.
So what do you think about the mountains and valleys then?
Those are details.
Do you think they're flat?
Excuse me. You see how you can't even let a person answer a question? The mountains and valleys are details on a large scale round circumference planets. What do you think of the scale of the Earth?
The scale?
Yeah, the scale of the Earth. The fact that you guys can never show anything at all that proves your point. You can't show pictures of China and the United States on the same plane. You can't show gas pressure existing at the same you can't show an example of gas pressure existing beyond a certain altitude. And
which altitude would that be?
Well, let's say 1,000 miles.
Let's say 1,000 miles.
Let's say 500 miles.
Oh. So what is that, just an arbitrary number you keep coming up with?
Yes, it's an arbitrary number.
So have you got a scale where it shows all of the different gas pressures on the way up there, up to that level, and then you have sweet.
Yeah. So if I show on that scale a very low number, right? Like a number less than 1% of one atmosphere, and then I ask for you to debunk that. Can you do it?
Oh, I'm gonna have to have that.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And I appreciate, Fight the Flat Earth. I appreciate you listening in on the debate. I'm not quite clear on how Discord works. So I'm still not understanding how some people can hear, some people cannot, some people can speak, some people cannot. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my format. I have done the aggressive format with you guys.
Oh, you're gonna try. Nice.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that next level. Okay.
What sort of level would that be?
So now here's a question for you.
That level be horizontal.
Here's a question.
Or just sort of.
The question is that if there is a container, right? You believe that there's a container.
Did you say if there is a container? We put which imaginary games are we playing?
And you believe that there's a container that surrounds the Earth. You call it a dome, right?
Me?
Do you or not?
I don't know. Like, what are you saying? You believe? Is that what? Are you telling me? What? Or were you asking me?
Believe that there is a dome surrounding the Earth.
No.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to ask you the next question. Do you believe that God or some being arbitrarily, for reasons unknown,
What do you mean by arbitrarily?
causes higher gas pressure at lower altitudes? Just say no.
What do you mean by arbitrarily?
Look it up.
Yeah, no, but I'm asking you what.
Nah, don't worry about it. Just look it up.
No.
Yes, it is.
Well, the arbitrarily sort of like just a flippant, off the cuff sort of.
Okay, well then give a reason.
Well,
give a reason.
what was the question?
Give a reason, then it's arbitrary.
What was the question?
Does God or some being cause
Arbitrarily.
the gas pressure to increase at lower altitudes?
Sorry.
Sorry, what? You didn't answer
like,
the question.
sorry again. Like, I'm just trying to work out what you. Like, I have to unpack this in my brain.
Got him.
Does some
Got you, bud. I got you.
mythical force or mythical god control pressure low down arbitrarily? Like, so that means like not really thinking about it, not meaning to do it.
Let me help you. I gotta mute you for a second. Sorry, bud.
You know you can't mute, don't you? Like, it doesn't work.
Some other being
You've not got a grip on this Discord at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Decreases. You are now.
He's not doing very well.
You're not doing very well.
No, I said you're not doing very well because every time you say you're muting us, you're not. You're just muting it to yourself.
I know that. But
So
here's the thing.
well done then. Fantastic. Do you not want to? Do you not want to sort of back up, sort out a spot that you could do a proper debate with somebody?
Like, I'm about to stop you from interrupting.
No, I'm about to go in a minute because this is there's no point doing whatever we're doing here. I'm just here to try and find out whether you want to debate.
If you refuse to answer,
If you're not going to debate, then I'm just going to go.
So I'm going to ask you again.
Yeah, all right.
God or some
See you later, la.
Cause gas pressure to increase as the altitude decreases. I am now unmuting you for
In his mouth. This is ridiculous.
Fucking imbecile, man.